Namaskar friends, welcome to Let Us Study channel. So today our topic is digestive system. How it works. This is our series. In this series now we are going to present you the digestive system. So let's get started. Digestion is very complex in nature. Digestion consists of so many digestive parts. For observing them, to know about them, we should go into the digestive process. First of all, we should know what is the definition of digestion. Digestion means breaking down of the food complex particles into simpler substances is known as digestion. You will see the breaking of the carbohydrates, proteins, fats, lipids, everything will be broken down, that is in our stomach and in the digestive tracts. So in this whole process, you will see the breakdown of food particles into maltose, peptones and smaller particles which will be absorbed by our small intestine. So let's get started. Now here in our mouth, our food enters, and then next it gets churned up and it gets mixed and it gets cut and tear by our teeth, and then next it will be mixed with saliva which is produced by salivary glands. And here I wanted to say you that salivary is the saliva which is produced by the salivary glands is from three pair of glands, that is submandibular glands, sublingual glands and parotid gland. Submandibular gland is located at the jaw and sublingual gland is below the tongue, and parotid gland is located in our ears, before the ears. The next, saliva mainly contains the enzyme called pyelin, that is salivary amylase. We can call it as salivary amylase also. So which helps in the break or down of the complex carbohydrates. See, in food we have so many vitamins like vitamins, carbohydrates, proteins. These nutrients will be broken down into simpler substances. Like carbohydrate is broken down into simple one, that is maltose. And then next, the tongue which is there, it pushes the food inside to the esophagus, and this helps to the next part. The lower jaw also helps in the whole process. This lower jaw only moves. See, you can observe while you're eating some food, you will just mix and cut the food inside your mouth by chewing the food with your lower jaw. While you're eating, you can observe that your lower jaw only moves, your upper jaw does not move. So this process, lower jaw plays a crucial role. Okay, this is the first phase. Now let's go to the second phase. This food which is converted into soft slimy one, which will be entering through a wave-like movements. These wave-like movements are called as peristaltic movements. These wave-like movements are called as peristaltic movements. This soft mixed food passes through the esophagus with peristaltic movements, and then next it reaches to the stomach and gets mixed up with HCl and with the gastric juice called as pepsin. Now this HCl and pepsin reacts on the food and they convert them into, and they break down the whichever proteins and fats there in the food are converted into peptones, and this peptones will be reaching through the stomach and which will be converted into a chyme. The breakdown of the food which is in bolus form and with the mix of HCl and pepsin is known as chyme. The breakdown food is known as chyme. Now the food material passes through the stomach to the stomach and to the small intestine. Now here it's like a ring-like structure, muscle, and called as sphincters, Paralic sphincters. They relax and open. So this allows the food passage through small intestine. Like this is like an entrance, like a portal which allows the food to pass through the small intestine. These sphincters are responsible for regulating the opening and closing of the passage of the food material to be passed in small intestine at a time. They send some food into the small intestine at a time, and they close again they open, and they send the food inside of the small intestine. The small intestine is the longest part of alimentary canal. You can see it has so many connections like this, we cannot understand. So this small intestine is the longest part in the alimentary canal, and then it is the proximal part is called duodenum. Its proximal part means the minor part from the stomach which is starting is known as duodenum. It is a site further the digestion of the carbohydrates, proteins and fats. It receives the secretion of liver. In this proximal part, before in stomach, we saw the pepsin acts on the food, and which of the proteins are present in the food are broken down into peptones. The next, in this proximal part called duodenum, in this duodenum, the pancreas and then the liver also release the so many enzymes, like liver releases bile juice and pancreas releases amylase, trypsin and lipase. This bile juice, which is secreted by the liver and it is secreted into the duodenum, converts the fats into small globules. This process is known as emulsification. The converting of the fats into small globules with the help of bile juice secreted by the liver is known as emulsification. And then next, trypsin is also involved. Trypsin, which is secreted by the pancreatic juice, it converts the proteins into peptones. And then next, the lipase, which is secreted by the pancreas in the duodenum, it converts the fats into fatty acids or glycerol. And then next, after going to this, it goes to the small intestine. In small intestine, this kind which are mixed with the enzymes, and then next it also faces some 2 to 3 enzymes again, that is released by the intestinal glands present in intestine. The intestine receives the juices like enzymes like peptidases, surcase. Peptidases is secreted in small intestinal glands, and then next it gets into the small intestine, and in the small intestine it starts its action. It converts the peptides into amino acids. Then next, surcase. It acts on only like sweet things. For suppose cane sugar cane. Okay, on which produces sweet in taste, which produces the glucose in the body are broken down. The sweet thing which is there in our food. Which of the sweet material is there in our food, which it will be converted into glucose with the help of surcase, which is secreted by intestinal gland, and then it is secreted into the small intestine. After this all process, the food gets converted into like a small globules, and then they are converted into the products. These products like maltose, peptones and everything will be absorbed by the villi, which is present on the small intestine of our digestive system. And then next, which of the undigested food or heavy water is present in that material is transferred to the large intestine. This large intestine absorbs the whole water and then just sends the waste material out, and which expels the waste material out through the anus. This process is also called as defecation.